Alrighty, we're going to go over these conversions that we did in class today. You guys have this worksheet. It's uploaded on Google Classroom. We're going to do probably every other problem on here today. So our first problem says convert 565,900 seconds into days. To do that, we first set up our T-chart. We have 5, 6, 5, 9,000 seconds, and we want to go from seconds to days. So we need to get rid of seconds. We know there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Our seconds cross out. We know that there are 60 minutes. Minutes crossing out in 1 hour. We know there are 24 hours in 1 day. Our hours cross out and we're left with days. To find the answer, we multiply everything on the top. So 656,900 times 1 times 1 times 1, which equals 565,900 divided by 60 times 60 times 24. I'm going to put that in my calculator. 60 times 60 times 24, which equals 86,400. Then we take the top divided by the bottom. So 565,900 divided by 86,400, which will give us an answer of 6.55. Looking for our units, days. So 565,900 seconds is about 6.5 days. Looking at our next one, miles into feet. First thing we do, set up our T-chart. We have 43 miles. We want to go from miles to feet. We need to refer back to our chart. Our chart tells us that 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. Going back, we want to put our miles on the bottom so it cancels out. It told us 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. Miles cancel. Then to type this into our calculator, we take 43 times 5,280, which will give us 227,040 feet. So 43 miles equals 227,040 feet. Looking at our next one, 100 yards into meters. Drawing our T-table, going from yards to meters. Put 100 yards right here. We need to get from yards to meters, looking for some conversion factors. Meters to feet, yards to feet, we'll use those. So 1 yard equals 3 feet. Put our yards on the bottom, 1 yard. Oops. I don't know why that happened. Oh well. 1 yard equals 3 feet. Our yards will cancel out. Now we go feet to meters, looking for a conversion factor. We have 1 meter equals 3.28 feet. We need to put our feet on the bottom, 3.28 feet equals 1 meter. Feet will cross out. We're left with meters, our desired unit. To type this into the calculator, we have 100 times 3 times 1, which equals 300, divided by 3.28. 300 divided by 3.28 equals 91.46, and our unit is meters. Let's do this next one. Setting up our T-chart, 2, 6, 7, 8 centimeters into feet. Up here, do we have centimeters to feet? We do not. We have meters to feet, so that means we need to convert our centimeters into meters. 1 centimeter equals how many meters? To do that, King Henry died Sunday drinking chocolate milk. We are going from C to standard, so we jump twice to the left, which means we take our decimal point, 1, 2, 0.01. So we have 1 centimeter, 0.01 meters. Our centimeters will cross out. Now we have the right units for this. 1 meter equals 3.28 feet. So we have 1 meter on the bottom because we want them to cross out. 3.28 feet. We have our desired units of feet. Now we can multiply. We multiply across the top. which is 2678 times 0.01 times 3 point, I think I've done this wrong, sorry. 2678 times 0.0, clear, 2678 times 0.01 times 3.28 equals 87.84 divided by 1, so we have 87.84 feet is equal to 2,678 centimeters. Moving on to the next page. These ones are more complex. I'll go a little bit slower here, but through the practice problems you should be able to catch on. Our first one, 130 meters per second in 2 miles per hour. This word per means divided by, so these are all going to be fractions. We have 130 meters per second in 2 miles per hour. First thing we're going to go is from meters to miles. Looking back up at our thing, we need meters to miles. First, we're going to have to do meters to feet and then feet to miles. So 1 meter equals 3.28 feet. So we want to put our meters on the bottom. 1 meter equals 3.28 feet. Our meters will cross out. Now we have feet. We need to go feet to miles. Our conversion factor for feet to miles is 5,280 feet equals 1 mile. So we have 5,280 feet, because we want our feet to cross out, equals 1 mile. Now we're at our miles, but we still have seconds and we need to get to hours. To get to hours, we know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute, making our seconds cross out. We know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Which will make our minutes cross out. We know that there are 24 hours. Oh, we're done. We're at hours. Just kidding. So, after this, we need to go ahead and figure out what this equals. So in our calculator, we multiply everything on the top together. So we have 130 times 3.28 times 1 times 60 times 60, which equals 1,535,040 divided by everything on the bottom multiplied together. So 5,280 times 1 times 1 times 1, which will be 5,280. We take our top divided by the bottom, and we should get 290.7, and this is going to be miles per hour. Miles per hour. We're done. All right, we're going to do another one. I'm going to try this one. We have 53 yards per hour into inches per week. So we put our 53 yards per hour. First, we're going to go from yards to inches. If we look at our conversion factors up here, we see that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet right here. Going back down, we have 1 yard on the bottom equal to 3 feet. Our yards cross out. Feet into inches, there's 1 foot. We should have 12 inches. Our feet will cross out. Now we have inches per hour. To get from hours to weeks, we need to increase, so there's 24 hours per 1 day. Our hours cross out. There's 7 days per week. 1 week. Days will cross out. Now we're left with inches per week, which is our desired outcome. To calculate this in the calculator, we take everything on the top. So 53 times 3 times 12 times 24 times 7, which equals 320,544, divided by everything on the bottom, which is all ones this time. So we have 320,544 inches per week. Final answer. Let's do another one. 88 inches per second in 2 miles per day. T-chart. 88 inches per second in 2 miles per day. We need to go from inches 2 miles. Looking back up at our conversion factor. Inches into miles. So we're going to have to turn our inches into feet to get miles. So we have 12 inches per 1 foot. Our inches will cross out, and then we can put in this conversion factor. 1 mile equals 5280 feet. So we have feet on the bottom because we want it to cross out. Specifically, 5280 feet. Crossing out 1 mile. And then we have miles, which is what we want, but seconds, so we need to get to days. There's 60 seconds in 1 minute. 60 minutes. 1 day. Nope. 60 minutes in 1 hour. Sorry, seconds crossing out. 24 hours per day. Hours crossing out. Now we have miles per day, which is what we want. To find the answer, we multiply everything on the top together. So we are going to have 88 times 1 times 1 times 60 times 60 times 24, which will give us 7603,200 divided by everything on the bottom multiplied together. So 12 times 5280 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is 63360. To find the final answer, we take 7603,200 divided by 63360, which gives us an answer of 120 miles per day. Final answer. We're going to do one more. I'm just going to do this bottom one because I've run out of room here. So miles per second into meters per second. Yay, the seconds are the same. So we draw our T-chart. We have 1,86282 miles per second. 1 second into meters per second. We need to get from miles to meters. Looking back up at our conversions, we have miles to feet, feet to meters, so we're going to use that. 1 mile equals 5280 feet. So we have miles on the bottom, which is 1 mile equals 5820 feet. Our miles will cross out. Then we need to get from feet to meters. Going back up, we have 1 meter equals 3.28 feet. Feet on the bottom. Feet, 3.28. Feet will cross out equals 1 meter. So now our units are meters per second, which is meters per second, what we want. To do the final equations in our calculator, we take clear 186,286 times 5820 times 1, which is going to equal 1084185 0 one more 0 0. My calculator, when it spit it out, said 1.084185 e plus 9, which means 1.084185 times 10 to the 9th. So we move our decimal place over 9. Divided by, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, divided by what we have on the bottom, which is 3.28, divided by 3.28, which will give us our final answer of 3.305 times 10 to the 8th, or 330544100 meters per second. Final answer. Excellent.